Welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Minot State University. Take it away.
Alrighty, everyone. Hello, my name is Sal. I'm an admission counselor here at Minot State. First of all, thank you for joining us tonight. As I mentioned, I am from Minot State University. I am also from Illinois, so I can relate with y'all. I attended Minot State, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we go. You might be wondering, where's Minot State at or located? Super simple. We are here in Minot, North Dakota. You can see where the red dot is. Why not Minot's the question. We'll try to answer that throughout the presentation here as quickly as possible. But you can see pretty north central North Dakota. We're going to start with getting to know our student base here, and that's going to be 68% of North Dakotans. 22% of students make up the rest of the United States, 6% of students from Canada, and then 4% making up the rest of the international base, so outside the US and Canada. Only 42% of grads here at Minot State borrowed student loans. So for myself, I was one of the lucky students. I did not have to graduate with any student loans, which was awesome. Then you look at our students per college. These are kind of umbrella titles for all the different programs, but you can see our largest is going to be the education and health sciences. So anything from nursing to psychology to communication disorders, so on. Second is going to be arts and sciences, so graphic design, fine arts, things like that. Also biology, chemistry, medicinal plant chemistry. And then coming in third is going to be the College of Business, Marketing Management, International Business, Entrepreneurship, Accounting, and Finance. The nice thing about Minot State, in-state tuition for all students, which is super awesome and helpful. You don't have to worry about paying a different tuition fees just because you're from somewhere else. We have been recognized as the third most affordable public four-year university in the United States, which also helps when it talks about taking out loans and things like that. We have over 100 fields of study, and we have 14 NCAA Division II teams, which we'll touch on here in a second. If you want to know about our top majors, first one's going to be nursing, followed by biology, elementary education, management, and communication disorders, with 90% of grads employed or continuing their education. Myself, for example, I am a graduate of Minot State. I was employed, but I'm also working to finish a master's degree as we speak. So hopefully in May, that comes complete here. Also a list of the 100 majors and programs. You can see anything from undergraduate programs, undergraduate certificates, pre-professional tracks, grad programs, and graduate certificates. We have different keys to make sure students are successful here at Minot State. So running through those, we do have tutoring services, peer mentor, the writing center, power center, access services, and career services. So all these are resources that are included in your tuition and fees. There's no limit to how many times you go, and no one's going to tell you you can't come anymore. So definitely check them all out. We also have a new leadership center, which you could get certifications towards your degree. You could take classes. It's a really awesome opportunity for students. All these resources are going to be located in the lower level of our library. Minot State's roughly 3,000 students, so that means class sizes are super personal. You can see by the photo, this is an actual class. Chelsea Holtz is an awesome professor, which you'll see her there in the middle of the classroom, but you definitely get to know your professors. I know right now, if I were to call any of my professors, they'd be there to help me out. Also, we have two major lecture halls, we could call them, on campus, one being roughly 100 students and the other being roughly 25. So those are going to be your entry-level freshman classes, biochemistry, things like that. So you probably won't have a class much larger than 18 students, with some of your final courses being really small. So one of my capstone classes had 3 students, which was awesome. On the sports front, 14 NCAA Division II athletic teams. So you can see a list of the programs on the men's and women's side. And then, of course, ACHA Division I hockey here at Minot State as well. And so you can see that by the pictures. We do have over 1,000 campus activities every year, ranging from comedians, hypnotists, magicians. We do give away over $25,000 in prizes, which is super awesome. There are 10 plus intramural sports with over 500 students participating in those sports. And we do have over 60 plus clubs and organizations, anything from student government all the way down to Greek life. And you can see some of the prizes that we give away. That's just a small sample size there. When we're looking at the admission checklist, super easy. We're going to have to apply, of course. There is a $35 application fee. We'll be looking for your in-progress high school transcript and then eventually your final transcripts. We recommend your official ACT or SAT test scores, but they're not required this year. And then we'd also be looking for official college transcripts if you have taken dual credit. We would also be looking for like a more simplified way, which is this 275 GPA, your high school core, and then a statement of intent, just keeping it simple. These are some scholarship opportunities. So we do have an automatic 4-year award based on your GPA and your ACT score. This is why I recommend students to take the test. The tuition and fees number is actually looking for next year. So this year we're at $7,896, which is a little backwards. And as I mentioned, in-state tuition for everyone. If you're interested in visiting us, askmsu.com/visit is going to be the place for you. We are taking in-person visits as well as virtual visits. We also have virtual events, so check out askmsu.com for all your questions. Otherwise, Sal Rodriguez, admission counselor, you could see my email and you could call or text me at the number, and I'm here to help you through the process. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Kansas State University.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Paloma Roman, and I'm an admissions representative with Kansas State. I graduated from K-State of May of 2019 with my degree in athletic training and a minor in kinesiology. And I'm really excited to get to keep working with students from Illinois and some surrounding states. I know some of you might be here from other states around. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Kansas State University, we are a Division I nationally recognized public research institution located in Manhattan, Kansas. But I can tell you a little bit more about K-State. These are some quick, fast facts. But we have about 22,000 in students, and about 18,000 of those are going to be our undergraduate population. So mostly in undergrad school. We still have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which means not only are you going to get to know your professors, they're going to get to know you. And that might be through an office hours. All of them have to have office hours where you can have that one-on-one individualized attention. But also we might have some large lecture classes, but you can choose to opt in to be part of our first year seminar classes, which are smaller classes. But other facts, the Princeton Review rated us the #1 happiest students in the nation, and also #2 for students who love their college. #3 for best health services, and #1 for highest starting salaries in the state of Kansas. And then here we have this 97% job placement rate, which means that 97% of our graduates are either landing a job or pursuing further education within 6 months of graduating. But also we are a Division I school, and we have 16 different sports that you can get to watch. Maybe one day, if you ever decide to visit us, you'll get to attend a football game at Bill Snyder Family Stadium or get to catch a basketball game at Bramlage Coliseum. A little bit more. So the academics we have at K-State, we have over 250 different majors and over 50 different minors, anything from, the STEM field to the arts. So here we have listed all our different academic colleges. So we have architecture, agriculture, or architecture, planning, design, agriculture, arts and sciences, business, education, engineering, health and human sciences. And then we have 2 separate colleges. So technology and aviation, if you're wanting to be a pilot, that's another campus nearby, and then vet med if you're interested in becoming a vet. I see most of my students majoring in biology, animal sciences, engineering, business, or agriculture. Those are some more popular ones in the area. And then other things to be involved on the other side of academics might be undergraduate research or joining one of our 500 different clubs and organizations. Those can range anything from fun clubs like Harry Potter Club, Star Wars Club, to anything that's going to be more based on your academics, or some leadership clubs as well. We also have Greek life if that's something that you would like to be a part of. So when we're thinking about K-State and next steps, so if you want to apply, our requirements, we are test optional. We have been test optional this year, and then we'll continue on. And all you need to achieve is a 3.25 high school GPA, a 21 ACT, or a 1060 SAT. And we do super score, so you can make sure to send all of your tests, especially if you're in junior year, and then you'll be taking some tests here in the future. And you can apply through our native app, and that's going to be through k-state.edu/apply, or you can apply through the Common App, which I know a lot of more students are familiar. On the other side of things, how are you going to afford the university? So we have our general university scholarships that there's no separate application. When you apply and self-report your GPA and your test score, you can go ahead and automatically qualify based on what you tell us, as long as you apply before a priority date. And then we also have test optional scholarships this year, especially with COVID. And then I also want to remind students to make sure to fill out the FAFSA that usually opens October 1st and it's due for us December 1. And then we have the K-State Scholarship Network, which is for any student, not only incoming students, but continuing students as well. So this was something that I took advantage of when I was a student at K-State. I got to apply every single year and was rewarded for, my great academics, or if I was super involved, there was always an opportunity that I could apply for. Specifically for students in the state of Illinois and like a few other states surrounding, we have the Midwest Student Exchange Program, which means if students have a 3.25 GPA and a 22 ACT or 1100 SAT, they can qualify to pay 150% of in-state tuition, which is about a $44,000 reward over the 4 years, with additional add-ons, the higher GPA, the higher your test score. And then we also have the Heritage Scholarship. You just have to have a 3.0 if your parent has attended K-State prior, or a grandparent as well. But yeah, that is all I have for today. I hope I was able to tell you a little bit more about K-State. We are currently hosting in-person visits, and you can register on our k-state.edu/visit. And we're also doing virtual visits if you're not able to attend. But you can reach me at kstate9@k-state.edu, or you can schedule a one-on-one with me on my Calendly at calendly.com/meetarploma. But thanks for being here.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from North Dakota State University.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Paige Johnson and I'm an admission representative with North Dakota State University. North Dakota State University, or NDSU, is located in Fargo, North Dakota, which is on the far east side of the state of North Dakota, right on the border with Minnesota. We are located on the Red River of the North, which provides a lot of great outdoor activities. In addition, we are also located in the greater Fargo-Moorhead area, which has a lot of really great opportunities to get involved outside of our campus. But before I start talking about that, I do just want to talk a little bit more specifically about who we are at NDSU. NDSU has 100 different majors and a variety of different academic programs. We have 7 different academic colleges. Our most common majors are going to be engineering, anything in the health professions, including nursing and pharmacy. We also have a really robust agriculture program, as well as an excellent architecture and visual arts program. But you can realistically major in a variety of things, from communication to, like I said, engineering, theater arts. If you want to go into horticulture, entomology, anything and everything, we have a lot of different options for you. We do have a student population of about 13,000 total students. 11,000 of those students are going to be undergraduate students. So those are most likely students like yourselves who are interested in getting a 4-year degree and then moving on maybe to a graduate or professional degree, or moving out into the job force. In addition to just academics, our students are highly engaged on our campus. We have 300 different student organizations and clubs. We have clubs that are academic focused, like the Accounting Club or the Public Relations Student Society of America. But we also have some really fun clubs like the Hammocking Club. We have a lot of club sports, intramurals, Greek life. There's a lot of different areas where you can get involved outside of your academic major and the classroom. NDSU is also a top 100 research university, meaning that you're going to have a lot of the ability to have a lot of experiences outside of the classroom working in labs with your professors or with your peers. Even if you're not sure what research means right now, maybe you're thinking beakers and those sorts of things. While that happens quite frequently on our campus, we also do a lot of really fun and cool research opportunities as well. For example, in our theater department, we're actually doing some research on how to cater theater to young audiences. So one of my former professors for one of my theater classes She created a play that was meant to be stimulating for young children, which was really exciting. And she got a grant to do that. And so there's a lot of really cool opportunities outside of just a traditional lab space that you can participate in. On my screen, you can also see our base tuition and fees, as well as housing and dining costs for first-year students from Illinois. For our base tuition and student fees, that's pretty self-explanatory, but for housing and dining, all first-year students are required to live on NDSU's campus for their first year. We have a number of different living opportunities, including our residence halls for our first-year students, as well as apartments for our upperclassmen students if you want to live on campus after your first year. And of course, how do you pay for college? A lot of these other admission reps have talked about scholarships and FAFSA. The same can be said for NDSU. We have some merit-based guaranteed awards. You must meet either the GPA requirements or the ACT. We also have an SAT equivalent and GPA requirements to receive a guaranteed scholarship. This is solely based on your application for admission to NDSU if you apply before February 1st of your senior year. We also have a number of additional what we call named scholarships. So those are going to be based on your major, on your academic college, where you're from, any leadership, volunteer, work experience that you have. And so every student is encouraged to apply for these scholarships. We have an online scholarship application that will connect you to any opportunity that you are eligible to receive. And you just need to apply for those additional scholarships by February 1st of your senior year in order to be eligible. So that's a little bit in a nutshell about NDSU. We also, like I mentioned earlier, we're located in Fargo, North Dakota, which is really exciting for all of you. And maybe you're thinking, I don't know too much about Fargo. It kind of sounds a little bit boring. It's in North Dakota. Fargo is actually a really thriving community. We have an excellent downtown area that has a lot of great restaurants, coffee shops, small businesses. I already mentioned the Red River of the North is right alongside Fargo. And so if you like to hike, bike, go kayaking and canoeing during the summer months, all of those opportunities are available to you. In the wintertime, we do have a great winter experience here in Fargo, but there's a lot of really great opportunities to go outdoors as well. In downtown Fargo, they actually just started a downtown ice skating rink, which is really awesome. Cross-country skiing and snowshoeing are also very popular. So there's a lot of ways to get involved in our community. In addition to that, we have great bison athletic events, performing arts events. So there's really a lot of great ways to get involved here at NDSU, as well as in the greater Fargo-Moorhead community. But like I said earlier, my name is Paige. I'm an admission counselor. If you have any additional questions, if you're interested in applying, anything like that, my email is on the screen. But thank you so much and have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy in St. Louis.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Lair. I am an admission counselor with the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy, located in St. Louis, Missouri. I know that's kind of a mouthful, so we go by UHSP. I want to apologize in advance. I've been having a lot of internet issues today, so if I freeze up or lose you guys, just bear with me and we'll hopefully try again, but get through this as much as I can. So we, like I said, are located in St. Louis, Missouri. We are a really small school and we actually went through a name change this past October. So we have been known as St. Louis College of Pharmacy, but we branched out and started some other undergraduate majors, which has grown into now UHSP. We are a little over 1,000 students. We come from all over the place. So we have a student body representative of 28 different states and 22 different countries. And we do have a faculty or student to faculty ratio of 10 students to 1 professor. Like I mentioned, we do have some other undergraduate majors outside of pharmacy. They're all related to health science, as the name suggests. So 6 different undergrad programs, 3 pharm pathways, 2 graduate programs, and then 4 advanced opportunities, or what I kind of call just those plus programs. The coolest thing about us is really our location and the fact that we are selective just for health sciences and medicine is that we are located in a medical complex. So we're are right next door to Washington University's medical school, which is ranked the 6th best med school in the United States. And then we are where WashU's med school doesn't surround us. We're kind of surrounded by a lot of different highly ranked medical institutions like Barnes-Jewish Hospital, St. Louis Children's Hospital, and the Siteman Cancer Center. So this is just a quick little map of where we're located and kind of the institutions that do surround us. But we are 1 through 5 right here in the middle. So healthcare in general is a really great kind of career path to go into, because by 2029, there's supposed to be 2.4 million new job opportunities just within healthcare alone. And a degree from UHSP can get you pretty much anywhere you want to go within healthcare or medicine, some way, shape, or form. And these 2 sets of bullet points are just a tip of the iceberg of what you can do in a career with a degree that you do receive from our institution. So for undergraduate majors, we do have 2 Bachelor of Arts degrees. That's global health, which is pretty much what's going on in the world right now. So you can do a lot of like public policy, regulations, obviously pandemic epidemic. So working for the CDC, those kinds of things. Medical humanities is our other Bachelors of Arts. And this is kind of an umbrella degree. You can do a lot of different pathways: healthcare communication, hospital administration, health psychology, nursing, so on and so forth. Biomedical sciences is kind of just that pre-med degree. So anything that you're wanting to take to be in medicine or get a doctorate degree in some way, shape, or form is kind of the route you're going to want to go with that. Nursing is a partnership. So Barnes-Jewish Hospital, which is a hospital that is in affiliation with us, created their own school. And so the partnership is a 2+2 program, meaning that students will come to us for the first 2 years, walk across the street, go to Goldfarb for the second half. So it's a 4-year program. And you come out with the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, but students can live in our campus housing the whole time because Goldfarb does not have housing for students. So, and then pharmaceutical chemistry is just a chemistry degree, but a little bit more unique when it comes to classes as an upper level. And it's actually a lot of electives that you get to choose. So it's our most flexible degree. And then pharmaceutical science does pair with our integrated PharmD degree, but you can also take this if you're wanting to do anesthesiology, psychiatry, those sorts of things. For pharmacy specifically, we have 2 programs that really relate to students that are coming from high school. That's the 6-year and the 7-year. And the difference is just that 7-year does have that Bachelor's of Science degree integrated. For graduate and advanced opportunities, we do have 2 master programs that both go in relation to those undergrads. So for global health and then the chemistry. We also have a partnership with a school in Missouri called A.T. Still University for dental medicine. And then we are partnered with WashU for both occupational therapy and physical therapy. The occupational therapy, you can choose a master's or a doctorate. Academics are obviously important, but you also have to love the school that you're at. So we do have a lot of different athletics. So in NAIA Division I, there are scholarship opportunities for you there. Over 60, closer to 70 student organizations. So even though we're a small school, we do have a lot to get involved in and a lot to be a part of, and a lot of performing art options as well when it comes to theater and music. We do not have any application fees. So if you are interested in applying, we go through a holistic review process for both admission purposes and for scholarship. So we're a private institution, which means that tuition is the same cost for everybody. And we go through reviewing for both your cumulative GPA, your core GPA, test scores. If you want to send them, we are test optional. And if you choose to be test optional, we just ask for some recommendation letters. You can see priority deadlines for early decision, early action, and regular decision. After March 1st, we just are on a rolling basis. And right now you can experience campus anyway. We are allowing in-person visits, but also virtual as well. So again, my name is Jordan, and I work with all students out of Illinois, so you can feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Southeast Missouri State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dulce Maldonado Munoz. I'm a multicultural recruitment counselor here at Southeast Missouri State University. I'm also a alum from SEMO, graduated back in 2017 with my bachelor's in science and mass comm. But a little about us, of where we're located and where to find us. We are located in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. That's 2 hours south of St. Louis and 2 hours north of Memphis. So we're right between those two. We're the biggest city in that. Here at Southeast, we are considered a mid-sized institution. We're not too big or small. We have roughly over 10,000 students here at Southeast. Roughly 9,000 of those are undergraduate and 1,000 are graduate for that. And so that puts our average class sizes anywhere between 30, 35 students. So you're not overwhelming the masses. You really get to know your faculty and your faculty get to know you. And then we do offer more than 145 areas of study for you to choose from. We're also home of 5 Division I Ohio Valley Conference championships from the 2019-2020 season. So if you're interested in athletics, we can find a way to connect you with our athletics department to get you through that recruitment process. But I will say being an athlete for us, you get pretty much a full scholarship in that, plus kind of supplemental aid as you complete your degree here at SEMO. But if you're more of a cheering fan like I was during my time here at SEMO, with your SEMO ID, you can get in for free at all of the sporting events that we have on campus. So it's kind of nice that you get to cheer on the Redhawks on the field and outside the classroom. Of course, if you still want to be involved, but you don't want to be an athlete, there's plenty to find here at SEMO to be joining. We do have over 200 student organizations for you to choose from. So anything within your major itself, there's going to be a club of some sort. But then what you might be familiar right now in high school, we also have student council becomes student government on our end, FBLA becomes PBLA, and then we have those specialized interest groups. So we have like a baking club, there's even an esports club, and so there's a lot of different kind of genres that you can pick from. We also have the tradition of interested of Greek organization live. So we do have 23 organizations in that. They range anything from socially based to charity based, so you really get to choose from all of those options. And then if you're thinking of studying abroad, here at Southeast, we do have over 70 study abroad opportunities for you to choose from. You can do a full semester, but if you're like, no, I don't think that's kind of my thing to be outside the country for that long, we do have 2-week and 4-week programs you can choose from. So there's a lot of involvement opportunity you can find. Here at Southeast, we also want you to be part of our community here at SEMO. So we do have over 18 residence halls you can choose from. What's really special about SEMO, you get to look at all of them to see what's going to be the best fit for you. And so the biggest differences between all of our dorms is that we have community style, suite style, and single occupancy. So we invite you to come to our campus if you can kind of find your best fit. But some of the things that we're known for, we do have dorms that are specialized in areas of study. And then on the non-academic side, we have like a military services community. We also have an LGBT inclusive community. And we're going into our 3rd year of offering a dorm that's pet friendly. So yes, you can move in with your cat or dog. Here at Southeast, we want you to get the most out of your education. So we have a range of opportunities you can choose from. Here on this slide, you see all the 5 colleges that we have represented here at Southeast. So we cover anything from education to the business side, to the sciences, to also more of like social work, the languages. We're really known for our arts. We do have the River campus here at Southeast. That's considered the biggest conservatory for theater and dance in the state of Missouri. So it is a competitive program in that. But out of all those programs, you might be wondering why you will take out of those. Here at SEMO, we have 90% of our alumni finding a job within 1 year of graduation or continue their graduation past 1 year of graduation. And this slide shows you a sampling of where students are getting hired within that 1 year. And we create a lot of that success with our career services office, working with you even as a freshman if you're trying to find part-time jobs, opportunities that can help you to work as you work throughout your career. And then of course, landing your internships and your jobs you're gonna get once you graduate from Southeast. As far as scholarships, we do have the Red Hawk Achievement Award for any student that's coming outside of the state of Missouri. And this can be stacked with all of the other scholarships we consider when you're admitted to SEMO. And just having a minimum of a 3.25 GPA can qualify you for this award. And so it is renewable all 4 years. So that's an equivalent of savings over $24,000, basically keeping you at in-state tuition throughout your career here at SEMO. The other scholarship that we're really known for our merit scholarship program is the Copperum. So this is the scholarship will consider you once you apply to SEMO and become admissible. So you can see there it's based on GPA and test scores. The biggest thing I want to point out with the test is that we do super score, so we take the highest of scores for that to maximize your scholarship value. And the other great thing about our scholarship program, you'll notice they're off to the side, it is progressive in value. So as you renew your scholarship with us year to year, it's going to grow with you at different rates depending on what you qualified on year one as a freshman. Of course, applying to SEMO and how to get in, you can find us on the Common App if you want to apply through there, or you can go to semo.edu/apply. I will say go into our native application. It shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes. We have no application fee, so applying to us is free. We also don't require any test scores. Those are optional, so you can be admitted to SEMO based on just a 2.75 GPA, and there is no essays required, so it's fairly easy to get in. The other thing, as far as what's next, here on this slide, you can find us at semo.edu/visit to see all the events happening on campus. And here's a timeline if you're a senior of what major deadlines that we have. But if you have any questions, feel free to connect with me. You can see my email on this slide, my phone number. Feel free to reach out to me, but thank you for tuning in today.
Thank you. Lastly, we'll be hearing from Iowa State University.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Iowa State's virtual presentation, and thank you for making the time to learn more about us. My name is Vianis Padron, and I am one of the 2 Illinois regional recruiters. My territories are the city of Chicago and the nearby suburbs, and my colleague Kelly Allen takes care of the northern suburbs. Iowa State is located, it's located about 45 minutes north from Des Moines and 5.5 hours from the city of Chicago. Ames is a college town of 65,000 people, and out of those, about 35,000 are current college students. Ranked best college town in 2019 by 24/7 on Wall Street and number 3 by livability. Ames has a lot to offer for our students in addition to top quality academics at Iowa State. From coffee shops to outdoor activities and an attractive location for companies like 3M, students can continue their personal development throughout their years at Iowa State. As of this year, we have approximately 33,000 cyclones on our campus, and 46% of those are coming from out of state. Students from the state of Illinois represent the largest out-of-state population, so don't be surprised to find people from your neck of the woods on our campus. All 50 states are represented at Iowa State, as well as 115 nations. This naturally makes Iowa State a diverse place to learn about and from people that are coming from different places, such as cultures and backgrounds. One of the many ways our students find their home away from home is by joining a club or organization. Currently, there are 900 active clubs on campus, and they range from academic to personal or for fun clubs. Students join clubs based on their academic major, but also have the opportunity to connect with their personal interests, such as, for example, one of my favorites, tea drinking club, a sports club, or a cultural club. With these clubs, research opportunities, residence hall living, and campus activities, students create one amazing adventure. Iowa State is home to 7 different colleges that make up our 100 academic programs. The College of Ag and Life Sciences houses 24 majors such as animal science, ag systems technology, and horticulture. The Ivy College of Business has 11 programs such as actuarial science, MIS, and marketing. The College of Design has 9 undergraduate majors with examples such as landscape architecture, interior design, and architecture. The College of Engineering has 13 undergraduate degree programs, including cybersecurity engineering, mechanical engineering, and aerospace engineering. The College of Human Sciences has 19 programs, and they vary from event management to athletic training and food science. And last but not least, the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is home to the largest amount of majors. I believe it's around 52. LAS offers arts and humanities, math and computational sciences, physical and life sciences, and many more. They're also home to our pre-professional programs such as pre-med, pre-vet, and pre-law. Every college offers an open option program that allows you to explore different areas of studies within a certain college or across campus. About our admissions requirements, so we ask that students come in with 4 years of English, 3 years of science, 3 years of math, and 2 years of social studies. If you're interested in a major that falls under LAS, we ask that you come in with 3 years of social studies and 2 years of the same foreign language. And the College of Engineering also has the same foreign language requirement. We are test optional for fall 2021 and fall 2022 students. And we have 2 ways to determine admissibility at Iowa State. So if you're a student who comes in with a test score, we use the Region Admissions Index formula, in which we take into consideration your test score, GPA, and the number of high school core courses. And as long as that RAI score is 245 or above, you're automatically admitted to Iowa State and into your major. If you do not report an ACT or an SAT, your admission will be based on an individual review of your academic records with emphasis on your high school cumulative GPA and your core courses. You can find us online. We are on the Coming Up and on our website. And if you apply through our website, you will receive immediate notification via our rapid response application. And once you've been admitted, you can start exploring scholarships. Some of these are even going to be automatic based on your self-reported GPA and ACT, SAT scores. Our high school juniors can get a head start by joining our Cycle Advantage Planning Program, which is a no fee, no transcript, no commitment program. And it's just a chance for you to learn about your chance to be admitted at Iowa State, explore majors, and learn about your next steps. And also CAP participants get early access to our application. So it opens 2 weeks before our regular application opens in July. So if you're interested, visit admissions.iastate.edu/CAP. Again, my name is Diani Spadro, and I am one of the 2 Illinois regional recruiters, but there's actually 5 of us working with Illinois students. And so go ahead and take a look at your zip code and contact any of us, or if you contact one of us, we will get you connected to the right admissions counselor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd just like to invite all of the reps to come back on and do a round of Q&A. Just asking, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And you can respond in the same order you presented in, starting with Minot State University.
All right. First of all, everyone, thanks for attending tonight. I would recommend students start the process as early as possible and really just utilize us counselors as your resources. Don't be afraid to ask us questions about anything in the process, whether that's specifically to our institution or not. I know that we're all here to assist y'all through this process, and diversify your options. Look to as many places as you need to find the right fit for you. Otherwise, thank you again for attending and have a great night.
Hi there, Plum again from K-State. Yeah, so kind of going off of what Sal said, specifically trying to find your best fit. I think one thing I recommend to a lot of students is making a list of what you want in your future college. What is your atmosphere you're looking for, the size, the academics, but how are they going to support you afterwards? Am I going to be able to land my dream job? Anything like that, what clubs and organizations? And once you start visiting schools as well, you can start narrowing down like, oh, this is something that they have that I really want, and that's my it factor, or kind of narrow it down that way. But I think that's a really great way of getting into the search process and keeping your options open, but then also finding your best fit.
I would echo a lot of what Sal said, which is to reach out to your admission reps very early and ask as many questions as you have. But I would also really recommend visiting as many schools as you're able to. Maybe, you know, don't start with like a list of 10 and go to all 10, maybe narrow it down a little bit. But definitely keep a list of like maybe 3 to 5 that you're really interested. They have the major you're interested in, clubs and organizations you're interested in. And definitely take a look on their campus. A lot of our students say that when they came to NDSU, they just got this gut feeling that it was right. And visiting campus is a really great way to find that. But if you can't visit, definitely take a look at the website, see if they have virtual tour options, and connect with your admission counselor.
I'm going to just ditto everything Paige said because I agree with that wholeheartedly. Definitely think that the feeling you get when being on campus is really just kind of how you find your fit. So even if it is virtual, I know right now is really hard, but so many virtual events kind of can still give you that in a certain way. So yeah.
I think they're coming up with great answers. So definitely listen to what everyone has said. I highly recommend right now, since we're living in the virtual platform, take advantage of those opportunities. I know myself as a non-traditional student, I couldn't drive like 8 hours, 10 hours away to the dream school that I wanted to go to. So definitely take advantage of that. Also reach out to us. Never be hesitant to ask questions. A lot of us have that email or phone number or right now meeting through Zoom. So definitely reach out to us. I will say the biggest advice that I could give you as you're narrowing it down, of course, your program is going to be the biggest impact of deciding where you're going to go. But as a whole, between the culture, seeing yourself going there, and of course, you want to be successful. So you want to ask the great question of what are the success outcomes of your students? So definitely reach out onto us, lean on us as we help you through this process.
Everyone gives such great answers. I feel like I ran out. However, I will say to not be afraid to ask those questions that you might think are silly. You never know what can connect by getting the answer that you've been wondering but are too afraid to ask. And I also recommend my students to ask their admissions counselor, if possible, to connect with a student on their campus that's either within their major, or if there is a salient identity that you own that you really wonder what it's like to be, for example, a student of color in a certain campus, ask to connect with a student that identifies as such.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for that great advice. And thank you everyone for joining us. When you go to close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Illinois. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.